On a misty, chilled Sunday morning in Zurich, Samir Kozarac and his teammates are warming up. Every member of this junior squad dreams of playing for Zurich Grasshopper, the prestige club of Swiss football. From there, maybe a call-up to the national team. But Samir Kozarac faces a particular challenge. He was born in Bosnia. To play for Switzerland, to even vote in his adopted country, he must pass a fitness test more challenging than any he'll face on the pitch. He has to convince voters in a local referendum that being Bosnian does not make him a criminal.
Dann ist halt nicht angenommen, ich kann ja nichts ändern. Ein zweites Mal bewerben werde ich mich nicht, weil es ist schon ein bisschen wie eine Erniedrigung.
A town in Switzerland demanding the right to decide who among its immigrant population deserves a Swiss passport. Is this a local community standing up for itself? Or is this a dangerous exercise in the peddling of hate? The Swiss Alps are both beautiful and formidable. They have shielded a small and wealthy country from the devastation of war and protected it from the prying eyes of outsiders. It may come as some surprise then to learn that 20% of Switzerland's 7.2 million people are foreigners. Many were recruited in the 1960s and 70s to boost the country's labour force, drawn by the prospect of a richer, more secure future. But in Switzerland's conservative heart, scarred by economic downturn, the landscape is uglier, and so too the mood. This is Emmen, a blue-collar town of nearly 30,000 people. Times are tough here, its industrial base is shrinking, and jobs are hard to find. And foreigners, particularly those from the Balkan states, are being blamed.
It has lost its chemical plant, its steel plant that's downsized quite a bit, and that people have this impression that somebody's got to be the scapegoat for what's going wrong.
The man fanning the flames of local anger is nationalist politician Hirsch Ishi.
We have too many foreign people in here, and we have too many crimes. Every day you can get the newspaper, there is some crime, there is bankrupt, there is shot, there is everything crimes, and mostly time is foreign people.
And so, 2 years ago, the people of Emmen demanded the right to decide which of the foreigners living among them should be granted citizenship and the passport and the vote which comes with it. And this, essentially, is how they decided, by perusing a booklet full of the names and faces of people they'd probably never even met, and on polling day deciding yes or no to them. Of 56 applicants in Emmen, 48 were rejected, including all from the Balkans.
You get a little booklet with pictures and short descriptions of these candidates, and that's all you have. And then you vote on, basically, if their name ends in ich or not.
And if their name ends in ich,
then they get voted down.
And those applicants could hardly be accused of queue-jumping opportunism either. To be considered for Swiss nationality, you have to live here for 12 years.
This time, the first vote, we say to all of Balkan states now, this was a helping cry. Help us, we don't want any more over here.
What message are you sending to them if they come from these Balkan states? Are you not saying to them, we don't trust you, we don't think you belong here, even if they've been here for 12 years and paid their taxes?
Yeah, I know that this was a problem at the first vote.
I think it was outrageous, but the whole procedure is what's outrageous. There are real problems with foreigners in Emmen, with crime and problems in school and in schools and neighborhoods, that people realize that there is a problem. But I think the main problem is the procedure, that people vote in anonymity on citizenship of individuals.
But what specifically is the problem with foreigners in Emmen? Well, the people we spoke to refused to be specific. Crime was on the increase, they said. Property values were dropping. And there was bullying at school, Bosnian boys exerting their greater physicality and intimidating Swiss kids. What more evidence did we need?
He has another feeling about the rights and the laws. In Balkan states, he has other mentality.
What is it? What do you not like about that mentality?
Yeah, it's not the same if I say that's my bicycle or that's our bicycle. If I do something, let him there and he steal them just to go home or things like this. The mentality in these countries is absolutely different.
For the upcoming vote, Samir Kozarac is hoping he can escape such racially motivated judgments. By any ordinary measure, he should be a strong candidate. He's very well educated, speaks excellent German, and is clearly committed to Switzerland.
Also ich sehe in der Einbürgerung den letzten Schritt der Integration. Das heißt, ich lebe jetzt schon lange hier, beherrsche die Sprache perfekt, ja vielleicht nicht ganz perfekt, aber zumindest wie meine Kollegen. Ich bin hier aufgewachsen, meine Kollegen sind hier und es ist schwierig, wenn ich jetzt zum Beispiel nach Bosnien gehe und unten bin ich auch wie ein Ausländer und hier fühle ich mich eben auch wie ein Ausländer, eben deshalb, weil ich noch keinen Schweizer Pass habe. Aber ich hoffe eben mit der Einbürgerung, dass das sich ändert und dass ich auch Schweizer werde.
Hallo. But he knows it's a difficult process. His sister's application was rejected in 2000, and he's already had 3 interviews just to get to the stage where his name and photo appears in that booklet.
Emmen ist ein Spezialfall. Es ist einfach so, diese Art, man muss 3-mal an ein Gespräch gehen. Zuerst mal bei der Polizei, ich weiß auch nicht, vielleicht haben sie Angst, dass wenn einer so kriminell ist, dass er sonst etwas macht in der Gemeinde. Zweitens, dann wird man gefragt über die Staatskunde und alles. Drittens, dann wird man gefragt, wo man in den Ausgang geht, was für eine Freundin man hat.
Why do you need to know when a young man comes before you? Why do you need to know about his girlfriend and their relationship? What business is it of anyone's to know these things?
This is not the point. We never ask that. Nobody asks you that if you want to get a Swiss passport.
Emmen does not have a black heart, but it is struggling to deal with its fears, and an incident in the town square has just reinforced them.
Fighting together and pushing.
A fight between 2 drunk men, one Swiss, one Serbian, and Ersh Ishi is clearly using it for all he's worth.
Over here, he has the last fights and he killed him with the knife. The knife is coming from this guy from Serbia. And he killed a Swiss guy. That's true.
There were no witnesses. Police still don't have much to go on. But the following day, hundreds came to the site to light candles, in no doubt about guilt and innocence.
I'm sure most people in Emmen are intelligent enough to realize that they're punishing the wrong people. But they still want to make that statement. They still, maybe in their subconsciousness, they want a scapegoat, but they also want to make a political statement, stay away from Emmen.
Tonight, some of the latest applicants for Swiss nationality are coming here for a bit of a meet and greet with the local politicians. They'll bring with them their nicest smiles and their best German, but this is going to be a fairly harrowing evening. For they have been marked as people from the Balkans, and whether they have lived blameless lives next to their Swiss neighbours isn't going to matter very much at all. It poses some pretty interesting questions about the morality of Switzerland's much vaunted direct democracy. On one side of the room, warm welcomes among members of the Democratic Party. And on the other side, sitting alone, Dragica Todorovic, looking terribly nervous. Born in Bosnia, she has been in Switzerland since 1977 and a resident of Emmen since 1987. She said she could not talk to us, for she had too much at stake. And in filed the others, Dragica Islamcevic and her husband, Nadim. They too are from Bosnia. Nadim is philosophical about these evenings, but he feels like an exhibit.
Um ehrlich zu sein, werde ich mich als unschuldig Bestrafte fühlen. Warum? Ich bin ein Mensch, der seit Geburt nie etwas mit dem Gesetz, gegen Gesetz gemacht hat. Ich bin ein Mensch, der andere Menschen immer geschätzt hat, nicht durch Herkunft, nicht durch Religion, nicht durch Hautfarbe.
At last, the day of the vote, and the townspeople arrive in dribs and drabs. We tried to ask them how they voted.
Nein, ich darf dazu stehen.
Auch nein, nicht Freund.
Sie passen sich heute noch nicht an.
Weil wir kennen die Leute nicht und ich kann mir nicht anmaßen, dass ich weiß, wie ich stimmen soll.
Also das ist das Schicksal, wir würden das Schicksal über die Leute...
Zustand von dem Land, Befindlichkeit über...
But by late afternoon, the voters of Emmen had decided they did want to influence the destiny of people. Samir, Nadim and all the applicants were rejected again. In Switzerland, they are proud to truly let the people decide, but we were left wondering, is this democracy at its best, or an opportunity to peddle prejudice and punish the innocent?
If you like, you can call me a racist, but the only thing I will is the best for my country.
They feel this outside pressure, and that's what started it in the first place. They want to send that signal that they're master of their own fate and they can decide on whatever they want to. And the more we say it's wrong, the more they'll keep doing it.
Into